Awesome. So we'll get started. So tonight's call is all about starting up a new partner. My name is Nicole Scott. So for our brand new people, welcome. You are part of the organization Team B, as in be the change you wish to see in the world. And I have been part of the Juice Plus family for 15 years. And I am so excited to just give you some basics tonight of just starting up. I know when you first sign that application for $52, it's a little like, oh, this is great, this is exciting, but I have no idea what to do. And tonight is going to give you a little bit of kind of just the basics of getting started, to give you something to do to move forward. This is about moving forward and helping you succeed. So I'm going to share my screen. So this is the website that you definitely want to tune into. It's right up there, Team B, B-E-E, thechange.com. You need to log in. The password is Team B. And what we're going to go over tonight, and this is actually our website, and you can go through it at another time, but really tonight is we're going to go through the startup meeting. So we are going to click on it here. Internet, oh, there we go. It's been a little slow tonight. Okay, so we are going to put you, okay. So startup meeting, couple things. I hope you guys like homework. I do like to give homework because I know that that's how I built my business, is I was always given homework to do so that I could keep on learning and growing. So the first step of homework is watching our vision call. The vision call is about 20 minutes. Why that's so important is because first off, you actually get to get introduced to my mentor, Dr. Mitra Ray. She has been part of the organization for over 25 years. Her and her partner, Doug Barlow, husband, they found each other kind of cool through the Juice Plus business. And her and, Mitra and Doug are one of the most, I'm going to say, influential power couples in our company. Not only financially, but they do a lot of stuff behind the scenes to really move our company forward, which I'm forever grateful for. So definitely want to tune into the vision call. The next that I want to point out is it's called thefreedomrevolution.com. The password is revolution. This is an unbelievable website that has been built by really our top partners in the company. But it has also been put together, and it keeps on evolving and updating with new information. And I'm not going to go through that website. A lot of my new partners, when they start, they like to kind of go over it on their own time. It's kind of set up where there's like favorite videos, the getting started section, the trainings, kind of the social media stuff that you guys can start to leverage and use on social media. And then an index of A to Z in English or Spanish, which is really cool. But really what I want you guys to do is there is a printout that you can go there and get your Getting Started guide. And you would want to book an appointment with your upline sponsor so that you can start to go through it step by step together. But really what I want to focus on tonight, and where the training really gets good, is I want you to think about, especially if you're brand new, how are you going to start to create conversations on social media? What is that going to look like? And there is, some great training that we have on this website, and there's some great visuals that are available as well on the Freedom the Freedom Revolution. But what I tell new partners is the conversation starter on social media should be around curiosity and inspiring people about like what you're up to. And you have to ask yourself, how did you come into the Juice Plus world? Was it the Tower Gardens that inspired you? Was it the Juice Plus capsules? Was it the Healthy Starts program? Was it the Shred program? And that's probably where you want to lead, because you want your posts to be authentic. And oftentimes some of my favorite posts are just where you might have a picture of the capsules. Maybe they're a capsules of your hand and you're taking it. Maybe you've got your child's hand there with the chewies, and you're having a conversation in social media to say, I'm so excited that, if you do have a story, obviously you're going to share your story, which is, I've been on these now for a month. These are the changes that I've noticed. I'm so excited about getting these out there to my, my friends and my family. And what I like most about it is it's the easy button. And I know that, you know, our family's leaving with, you know, X number of fruits and veg every day before 8 o'clock in the morning. So you're creating that curiosity. So then people are like, what are those? Tell me more. And then you take those conversations offline. Now, I want to be clear. I know in the beginning, it's really intimidating when people start to ask you questions. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to answer them. What do I do? So my recommendation, and this is what I do with all of my partners, is we use an app called Voxer, V-O-X-E-R, and I want you to download it, download that app. And I like to say that your sponsor is like a coach in your pocket. And so when you start getting these questions, which is like, oh, how much is it? Or, you know, what's the research? Or can you send me a video? That through that Voxer chat, you're going to go back and forth with your sponsor, and your sponsor is going to coach you on, you know, here's a video that I like, or here's a great way to respond. And so like in those first couple months, you're going through a huge, huge learning curve, and don't be afraid to reach out, because that's our job. We're here to coach you. Hence why the bonus money, when we're moving through the first 3 or 4 months, is you get the bonus money, but your sponsor also gets the bonus money, because in those first few months, we're working very closely, and together you guys deserve that extra money and that extra bonus. So definitely working on that social media strategy. And I typically will say, if you're nervous or you're not really good on social media and this is new for you and you want me to approve it or get my feedback, I'm more than happy to give you feedback. Send me the pictures, send me the words, and I'll give you feedback. And some of my partners do that as well. Then the other thing that I want you to think about is really setting up what I call is the events. The events are going to really help you build this business. I would say that my favorite event is always the launch event. I like to use the analogy of a Tim Hortons franchise. You've just bought a Tim Hortons franchise. October 1st is the date that it's going to open, and you're going to send out invitations to your friends and family to come to your launch. Well, that's the same thing with this business. You just didn't pay $500,000 or $1 million for the franchise. You only paid $52. But what we want you to do is set up a launch event. And the great news, if you're not tech savvy with flyers and all that stuff, don't worry. We do have an amazing personal assistant, Nikki Webb. She's been with us for 5 years. I usually give her the information. It's a picture of me and, let's say, my new partner. It's a date, it's a time, it lasts 30 minutes, it's on Zoom, and really it's her or his opportunity to invite to this launch event. And we usually give you a week or two, and you want to get a bunch of people on, and you're excited. And typically verbiage is like, hey, you know, sister, I just started this wellness, with this wellness company. They really focus on helping people get more plants in their diet. And I would love for you just to come and learn about it and support me and give me feedback. Yeah, and so that's what you're doing. You're just inviting people to this event and to get their love and support. And then it's really simple. It's a Zoom call, it's recorded. If people can't make it, you can send them the Zoom call. And it's really just you sharing your story of why you started this. And then for the person that's going to be doing the call, it's usually your sponsor that's going to be leading it. And they're going to go through a basic presentation to let people know about the products and the business opportunity. And then you're kind of looking for referrals. So that's your launch event. And then there's other events that you can tap into. We have an amazing schedule of events. Hold on here, guys. I'm getting some feedback. I'm going to have to mute some people. Hold on. Mute. Mute. Okay, I think I'm good. Okay. And then we have other events that are happening all the time. So an example would be like tomorrow night, some of our leaders are running a men's call. And last week there was a nurse panel. And the week after we have a cancer talk. We also have overview calls that happen. We've got online regionals that happen. We have global events that are happening. Like there's lots of stuff that you can tap into. One, to keep on growing you and learning about this business. And two, all of our overview calls and our events are really meant to invite people to learn about our products and business, and for education too. depending on what the topic is. On-site,
Yeah, I
sorry
have
guys,
to.
got more people joining and they
I
are,
don't have my name badge that says in the title yet.
Nicole, make me a co-host.
Admin, I can actually do it. I know I didn't do it well last time, but I can moderate that if you want.
okay, and thank you for that, dear. Okay, so you're a co-host. Yes, okay, so back to inviting guests to the launch. You would, and then you're just building from there. And then once, like once they come to your event, you're gonna ask the question, like, what did you like best about the information? Could you see these products fitting into your lifestyle right now? And you're either gonna get a no, a yes, or a yes to the product or yes to the business. If it's a no, I say it's a no, not right now. It might not be their time. Maybe they don't have a big enough pain. Maybe there's some financial issues. Is I like to invite them to our Design Your Sweet Life Facebook group. If you're not in that group right now, I highly recommend you get in that group. We're well over 3,000 people and growing daily. And we have a lot of our leadership that has a schedule that runs pretty tight. Monday through Sunday, where there are at least 3 different posts of inspiring healthy lifestyles. So it could be anywhere from a live cooking demo, it could be fitness outside, it could be some humor. It's just something to keep people on track with, which is pretty awesome. And that is kind of our system. It's pretty simple. It's you know, social media, and I have to say that most of our business right now is run on social media because of COVID. And then in regards to our system, there is a video to learn in detail about our system that really it's a funnel, right? Like it's a funnel that you do, which is you're getting out there to the world, you're having curiosity. Most of my business, actually all of my business comes from social media. So I post, people are interested, I get into a conversation with them, I kind of find a pain, I move them forward to inviting them to an event, and then I follow up with them to see, you know, if they have all the information to make a decision to say yes or no. And then sometimes I have to get them into a 3-way for a brand new person. If you got a really, really good person that you want to either bring on your team or just as a customer, but they need more information, we call those 3-way conversations. So for me as a nutritionist and as somebody that's been in the business 15 years, you might want to grab me to say, hey, Nicole, you know, I've got somebody that I just feel I can't probably answer all the questions. Would you be able to jump on that 3-way? And that's pretty much our funnel system and what we take 3 people through. Not gonna, and you can go through this in more detail, but you know, you definitely want to have a connection to your new partner's why. So if you are a leader and you're or just somebody signing on someone else, you want to make sure what their why is. So today I signed on a new partner, and of course I was asking like their motivation, like why did you sign that application? Why is this might be important to you? Like why would you give up TV for 2 hours in a night with your family to start doing this business? And that's really important. You want to know what their why is, because it will really help you work with them better, and how many hours they maybe want to work in a week. And then I like to talk to them about their desire. Like, are they interested in learning about like our fast track program? So, you know, we have a fast track program where, you know, people can move through this business, you know, pretty fast, which is awesome. And I'm going to take you through that, just the first 4 positions here, which is our fast track program. And then we also have our leadership track. So we make money by, title rewards. So there's rewards that happen in each position. There's $109,000 worth of title rewards to be earned in our compensation plan. We have benefits and incentives that are very top positions. We've got bonuses, we've got commissions, and we got sales profit. But when you're first starting, we call you a partner. So we're like, welcome to the team, you're a partner. And right out of the gates, you get a sales profit, which on our 3 blend would be $40 is your sales profit. But we want to move you through as fast as we can to our Partner Plus position. And how you do that is you need 1,200 points, or approximately about 3 to 4 orders, depending on the combo and mix. So if you get 3 to 4 orders out of the gate and you do that in 10 days or less, you get a $150 bonus. If you do it in 30 days, you get a $50 bonus. So we really try to help people get as much money as they can, because a lot of people are motivated by money right now. And that's a good thing. It's helping people pay bills. So I would say that we focus on getting those 3 to 4 orders, 1,200 points, get the bonus. And then what happens is you make an extra commission of 5% the following month. So we want to get you to Partner Plus as fast as we can. The next position after that is called Qualifying Sales Coordinator. We move from generating 1,200 points, which is about 3 to 4 orders, to 4,800 points, which is about, on average, about 12 3-blend orders. And the cool thing is you don't have to do it on your own. So the smart and easiest way that I like to describe it is, if you find 1, 2, or 3 partners out of the gates to join you, you together can work on that 4,800 points. I know Randy's on here tonight, and I know Randy's first month, he signed up 9 partners to help him get to 4,800. So he did it very, very, very quickly, because all the pressure was off of him, and he worked as a team to get to that number. So that's kind of the easiest way. But we have a lot of partners that end up doing most of it on their own, with signing up 1 partner with an order, and that's possible. That's just a little bit harder, because you got to get a lot more orders. If you do it in 30 days, you earn $400, as well as your sponsor earns that. If you do it in 60 days, you earn $300, and so does your sponsor. And you get 14% commission as well, again, tacked onto your next month, so another pay increase. And then the last position is Sales Coordinator, where it's 12,000 points in 6 months or less, along with a team of duplicating. So really what you're doing is you're duplicating Qualifying Sales Coordinator. So it becomes you, 2 Qualifying Sales Coordinators, and a Partner Plus. And then if you do that in 90 days or less, you get 700 as a bonus. And if you do it in 6 months or less, 600. So I went through it really fast, but you can watch this video again. Pretty much we want to give you the basics of getting through the orange, the Fast Track Express, as fast as you can, so that you can max out on commissions, because when you get to Sales Coordinator, you're maxing out at that 15% commission. And so in this zone, you're getting sales profit, 5% commission, 10%, and 15%. And then you also get all of these title rewards as well, which is pretty awesome. And when you get to the Sales Coordinator, you start to get leads from the corporate office. So that is kind of the numbers and how it works. And then in regards to inviting for verbiage, we have that available for you. We have the training here that we talked about for social media. And that's all I'm going to share tonight, because it's a lot. That is a lot of information when you first start. Here's some of the things that I've written down of some basic stuff that I find helps. I ask questions with the new partner. First off, I make sure they're set up on Voxer. I book their launch call usually on my first meeting with them, so I actually have it ready to go. I ask them what social media platforms they're on, how many followers they have, and if they're comfortable with social media, because it's really good to find out where they're at in regards to how you're going to work with them and how much training you're going to need. I also, on my phone, I'm set up and organized where I have galleries where it's Juice Plus, the Shred 10 program, and Towers. And typically with my new person, I give them the opportunity to save my favorite photos under each of them and save it on their phone so that they can actually start to have some really good visuals for social media. And then I usually just talk to them like about the next events that are coming up for the week. And that's kind of what I do to, like, for my first partner. And then the other thing I would just say is I like to start getting them to think about their chicken list. Like, who would they like to work with? Who would be, you know, somebody that out of the gates, oh my gosh, I would love to work with them because, you know, they have all these values and traits that are similar to you, but you're just a little scared to reach out to them. Those are the people that you want to go after right away. And we can work on some verbiage for you to help you kind of reach out to them. But it's just such a good time to reach out to people and don't do what I have done in the past, which is I'm so scared to reach out because I was so scared of rejection, and they sign up with another company or they sign up on another Juice Plus team. Oh my gosh, that has totally happened to me, guys. It's happened to most of our leaders, and you kick yourself and you're like, oh my gosh. And then you just feel so bad. So that's why I say now is the time to be brave and to reach out to your chicken list, because you just never know what pain they are in right now. Andrea White is saying that happened to her. Yeah, exactly. I think it's happened to all of us. Put your hand up if it's happened to you. Right? Exactly. So, you know, learn from the experts that have been around. If I could do anything differently, there would be a few things. The first one would be go after my chicken list right out of the gates and obviously get some direction of how to do that. And to be organized and don't lose your people. So that's a big one. So we do have a system that you can tap into called Teamzy. And we can talk about that another time, but that is something you can talk about your sponsor. It's about $20 US a month. It's kind of like an organized system where you can put contacts in and not lose them. But if that's not within your budget, what Randy has started, like just to give you an example, Randy has just taken like a Google Excel document and he has just strategically put, you know, title, almost like Teamzy, which is, you know, here's my yeses, here's my nos, here's my maybes, you know, here, and organize yourself so that every day when you're reaching out to 5 people, 10 people, that you capture them in your document so that when you're going back to do the follow-up, that you don't forget about them. And I would say that that was probably one of my weakest things that I had in this business, was I just would forget about people. I just would forget about people. And so to do it the right way is you need to stay on top of your follow-up. You need to stay on top of your people, because what I have heard over and over again, and I think Randy and a few of you are learning this, is the money is in the follow-up. You're not going to grow your paycheck unless you follow up. And I'm going to close off here by giving you the new standard average for following up. You guys take some notes and don't freak out. So when I started this business, I was told on average it would take about three conversations for you to close the sale. This was like 15 years ago when there was no social media. So that would be like a phone call and another phone call and maybe another phone call, because we used to talk to people on the phone. But lots has changed in 15 years. So I just took a really great course last year on social media and learning how to sell on social media and following up with people. So yes, attraction marketing works. That's one way. But the average for you to get your head wrapped around is about 7 to 10 follow-ups before someone is either going to say yes or no. So I want you to write that down and let that sink in. 7 to 10 follow-ups for a yes or a no. So if you are just getting your feet wet in this business and you have sent out a few messages and you've gotten no responses, you're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. You have to give it time, and this is a skill set that you develop over time. Okay, it's a skill set to learn how to follow up with people, and we teach you that on our team training calls. You know, about how to do that. It's a skill set, and you just have to like get over yourself that they're not rejecting you. They just have a lot of noise going on, a lot of noise. Think about how many messages you get on your phone and how many times people forget about your message. They've read it and then you're down, like you've just dropped 30 and you're forgotten because you're not top of mind for the priority list. And my team knows me well enough. If they don't hear from me in about 24 to 48 hours, they need to give me another poke. And I've just given them permission because, again, life is busy and noisy. So 7 to 10 follow-ups. And I didn't believe it until I took this course. And in the month that I took the course, I was like, okay, I'm going to try this experiment. And so that month I got 17 orders. Only thing I did different was I followed up between 7 and 10 times. I'm like, holy crap, this actually works. It actually works. And it's not that you're being a pain in the butt or that you're being a stalker. It's just that they need those many pokes to like finally get their attention. That's why I love launch calls. So if you're thinking about like resisting launch calls, it's going to be a lot more painful for you to move through the marketing plan, because launch calls, I think like last month we did Sherry Wright. Sherry Wright had 28 people on her launch call. So would you rather do it in one 30-minute launch call and 28 people now know what you're doing? Or do you want to do 28 individual painful 7 to 10 follow-ups? Yeah, I hope that helps. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just close off this recording, but then I will open it up to anybody that is on here that I can answer Q&A. Does that sound good? Awesome. Okay, so for those of you that are watching this later, thank you for joining. Make sure that you stay connected to your sponsor and stay connected, that you know where the events are, how to tune into them, and really immerse yourself into this great business opportunity. Thanks for joining.